Shawn.
What's going on, player?
Hey, what's up, man? What?
Back in the studio.
Back in the studio. Feels good. Feels good.
Oh yeah.
What in the world do we have melding today, Shawn?
I don't know, man. Looks to me like
I don't know. I can't really tell what could it possibly be. Wine, bay leaves, fresh thyme.
A
lot of onions.
The Treaty of Versailles. It could be anything.
It could be that too. Right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking we make French onion soup.
Okay.
I think that's the move.
If that's what you want to do with all this, we can do it.
Yeah, man.
Sweet.
What's the first thing we do for French onion soup? What's the first ingredient?
The onion.
French. No.
Yeah.
Onion.
Oh, well, yeah. Gee.
We're gonna show you guys. We already have a bunch of onions here. But,
yeah, we already did a lot of the prep work. We are just gonna cut these two up
for your viewing pleasure. We're gonna professionally slice onions,
and we're gonna slice them. You know, we want, you know, for the most part, it's better to make them a little thinner, in my opinion, a little smaller.
Yeah.
They cook easier that way. They caramelize. They cook down a lot easier.
Thin sliced.
Yeah, you can do it a little bigger slices too. It's just the technique is they all have to be the same, relatively the same size.
Right. Yep.
So make sure they're all the same size. That's gonna be your best bet there.
You like cooking to be consistent throughout.
Yeah. Well, for the most part, depending on what you're doing, what technique you're trying to do.
Yeah. Right here.
Sometimes these layers want to be difficult. Sometimes if it's a little hard underneath, or a little tough, like this green part, probably going to be a little tougher. I'm probably just going to cut that out, just a thin little, little slice.
I remember back when we shot episode 1, I think, or episode 2, I think we talked about that. Huh?
Did we do that too?
Way back when, yeah. How long ago?
Oh, we did. Oh, no.
Months ago.
That was months ago. That was, I don't know what exactly. So, you know, just like we prepped these ones, these are going to be relatively thin.
Oh, man. Make me look like an amateur there, man.
Oh. And you know what? It's not about, well, I've just been doing it for a while. It's not about speed. Just have consistent cuts. That's all that counts.
Yeah.
You know, we're not working on the line. We don't have, you know, somebody... you know,
our careers aren't at stake here.
The careers are not at stake. That's right.
Isn't it funny when you watch like a competitive cooking show? Like this is like co-op mode, right?
This is co-op mode.
Yeah, the mother like them. There's shows that are like it's PvP, right? Like it's Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
And you're an idiot for being a chef. Remember? Like
right.
Yeah. That's a lot of fun. I was thinking. You think you would ever try out to be to go on one of those shows?
I'm not opposed to it. Never really thought about that.
I could see you being like one of 5.
I could just for. I'm not a real competitive person in general.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
And so it would just be the fun of it.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't worry about doing better than him or her or any of that nonsense.
Yeah.
It would just be just for fun.
That's all I love.
I would get like a little bit of publicity, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll do like really well, and you know, I could do better than normal. You know.
All kidding aside, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, yeah, you could do that.
I probably could, and I probably do all right. I mean, you know, I don't know. I never thought about it, but yet then again, I'm not really opposed to it.
I'd love to see you on TV, like, yo, yes, chef, to one of those dudes.
Yes, chef.
You know, yes, chef.
Right.
I mean, I see those shows sometimes, and they're so like.
I stopped watching those type of shows. They just seem so. They don't seem like they're working as a team, right? It's like it's some bullshit TV land. Yeah. Like they're competing against each other. Like you should be working as a team.
Yeah. I think it's what we love as Americans.
Everybody yells at each other on those shows. It's like it's a big joke.
We love to see the drama. You know, we love to see. Oh man, he's mad at him.
That's different. If you're watching that for something like that, just for entertainment, like it's just like you know, I don't know that kind of environment. Yeah,
it's fun. Like, you know, I can only watch that for like an hour. After that, I'm like, all right, I get the gist.
I understand that happens in like, you know, real.
Yeah.
But like, it's TV land. It's all. Whoever's gonna win it is probably already. Already scripted, whatever.
Yeah.
So. No, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good.
Well, I was gonna say, you know, a lot of techniques for this. You know, we're gonna be cooking these onions. You know, this much onion is like gonna cook down to that. We're really gonna brown them. At a restaurant the other day, big catastrophe. for me, you know, I'm gonna use the word catastrophe, right?
Yeah.
Chaos.
I got you.
Order French onion soup. This just happened, and they gave me onion soup. It was just big, gigantic pieces of onions that were just slightly cooked.
Yeah.
It was nothing wrong with onion soup, but if you want something specific like French onion soup, there are certain flavors you want to incorporate. You know, when you serve it, you know, the crostini, you want you know, like a Swiss kind of cheese. That's what I like on mine. You know, stuff like that. But it was, he gave me onion soup, and they weren't caramelized at all. We're gonna really brown these up. You know, we're gonna get the most amount of flavor out of them that way.
Right.
And we're using what, 3 different type onions?
Yeah, we got. Are these? Yeah. Purple, green, and white.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yellow and white.
Yeah. And you know, another, like I said before, there's so many different ways to make this. You can have kind of a lighter version of it with just, you know, we got white wine.
Yep.
You know, we have fresh thyme, some butter, some actual, you know, fresh bay leaves. We're going to use 1 or 2. They're pretty potent. Apricot or blackberry brandy. That's sort of optional. I like to put that in there just for that extra richness. I'm not even going to put a lot in.
Okay.
So, you know, like I was saying, some people will just do chicken stock, white wine for a lighter version of it, which is really, really good. Yeah. Kind of a deeper, darker is going to be like beef broth, beef stock, and red wine.
All right.
I'm gonna do a mix because I kind of like I just kind of like the flavors it brings out. It just tastes so. I'm kind of more purist with this kind of thing, but I am gonna put both of these a little bit after these are sautéed, after they're browned. Both of these and a little bit of the brandy.
Beef and chicken stock brandy.
Yeah, we're gonna have just a slightly more complex version of this than normal. Why not? You know, and fresh thyme leaves.
All right.
Fresh bay leaves in there. These are already. I got these tied off already. We can put it in one solid piece. Yep. You don't want to. You don't want to put them in there stringy. Oh, it'll mix up with everything and mayhem, catastrophe, dystopian type future here.
Dystopian.
Right. It'll be dystopian soup. Right. Okay. So.
By the way, we're going to skip the whiskey because I don't have any.
Yeah. Whiskey's another thing you can put in, but we already have the both wines and the blackberry brandy. Apricot's fine. I just like that slightly darker, sweeter kind of profile. Just a little bit. We're not making this sweet. So So we're good with the onions. Let's put the butter at the bottom of the pan first.
Okay.
We're just sort of eyeballing it. There's not a whole lot of measurements here. All right, so what we're gonna do, do me a favor, turn that heat on for me, like a medium high. Thank you, sir. Some folks might be thinking that is an awful lot of butter for all this, but you know, this whole pot is going to be filled up with onions, so we're really going to need that butter just to kind of, well, not just lubricate a little, but just kind of kickstart that caramelization. It gives it that final product of the soup, gives it that richness to it. So we're going to put this on. Like I said before, I just have to put this fire. The onions are going to go pretty much right in.
Right.
So let's. What's the best way to do this? I'm thinking put them all in here first, right?
Okay. Dump them all in.
Yep. Alright. And that butter is just starting to sizzle here.
Nice.
So we're gonna. And I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah. So you mean.
I would just put them all in at once, but I'm gonna try my best not to.
Okay.
Wow. Do me a favor, get a spoon and just stir that for me.
You got it.
Give that a stir before I put the rest of this in there. Don't want to burn the butter. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil at this point. Alright. A little bit. Yeah, just something in there. Just a lot on you. Yep. Oh, it's all going to cook down.
We have a pot.
That is really, really great.
A pot full of onions.
And this is not a lot of onions. This is the proper amount of onions you want to put in here. Tell you what, I actually am going to add a little bit more butter because we really filled that whole pot up.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I understand why they do it. I think restaurants just use, if you saw how much butter that restaurants actually use,
yeah,
you'd be like, oh my God, astonished. But it really is appropriate. I try not to use a lot, but it's appropriate for this.
Okay.
That should be pretty good. I am going to put a little bit of salt now. Okay. Salt will actually help it kind of kickstart a little bit, kind of help sweat them a little bit. You can just add that in. Sweet. Not too much. Because these are all going to condense, and we don't want the end product to be over the top. Don't forget, it's really easy to put salt in afterwards. It's real tough to take the salt out afterwards.
Yeah.
Just a touch more olive oil. Maybe a touch more. Where was that nifty stir you had? This thing right here?
Yeah.
Sweet. So we're gonna bump up that heat
and kick it up
a little bit. Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, we'll be back in a bit. Let that do its thing. We'll keep monitoring it, and then we'll meld all the ingredients together.
Alrighty, Manus.
Shawn.
It's like our onions are glazed.
Oh yeah, they sure are. They reduced by like 85, 90%, and they are like a deep brown. Nice. So we did our job correctly. It's been like an hour, maybe an hour 20, whatever. So now what we're gonna do, they're where I want them to be. Now we're just gonna deglaze, get all the good bits off the bottom, and add a lot of flavor to this. So first things first, it's gonna be a little bit of the brandy. Okay. Like I said, it's pretty sweet, so it could be apricot, it could be blackberry. It's not,
Okay. Something sweet, something brandy.
That's right. Okay. Especially brandy.
I get it.
And as far as the measurement for this size pot, I mean, I'm just going to use
1 big spoon.
So maybe overall, 3-4 tablespoons.
Okay.
Not much. We're going to bump up the fire a little bit.
It's like a double shot to me.
About, maybe even a little less.
Alright. We got that. What's up next move?
Next, Shawn, is going to be
okay.
We're going to do the...
Oh, you don't dump it in all at once, you?
Nah, I mean, well, you can, right? This isn't like a...
If you want to cook on the level of young Manus, you certainly don't. Yeah. Look,
you certainly do not, right?
Yeah. You can, you can just paint the Sistine Chapel ceiling.
We can just do that in like 1 or 2 nights. We'll get the scaffolding up.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it all in. That's the highest alcohol. Okay. So I wanted to deglaze with that first. That'll deglaze really, really well.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit of that. We're going to do a little more wine. If you want to grab that white wine,
sure.
I'm going to grab the red. And the Cabernet Sauvignon. You have the Pinot Grigio.
I'm going to start drinking like that.
It's good. These are heavy.
Yeah.
Jesus. Again, this is really, really forgiving. How much we're putting in here. So just going to kind of measure by the spoon here.
Oh, wow.
This spoon is like what? 3 tablespoons?
That's about 2.
So with that much in, we're going to do the same exact thing with this white wine. Like I said, it's very, very forgiving.
Yeah. Oh, you can fudge it a little.
Yeah.
Eyeball it.
Okay. Now we're going to cook this down before we put the stocks in.
Yeah.
So that's reduced to where I kind of want it to be. It's sort of just a thick paste. It's not liquidy anymore. It's not real watery or winery, brandery.
Yeah.
So it's not really very water anymore. So at this point, I feel pretty good with the stocks.
We're doing beef, chicken, both?
We are going to do both for this.
All right.
Either one works by itself really, really well. because I've made this so many different variations, so many different ways.
Yeah.
Pour that right on in there. You can see the beef will give it that. You know, beef will give it that color.
Whole thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Whole thing.
Nice.
We're gonna keep that on high.
Bad at all.
No. Now, if you want more soup, you could make it a little more brothy by adding some water in here.
Yeah.
If you want to, by all means, add as much or as little or none.
Okay.
Depending on what you know.
Yeah, if you want to.
Or if you have some, if you do want not so water, you want to stick with the stock, add some more chicken in there.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it's lighter.
Yeah. Sad. Just do it to taste, I guess.
It's just like S&P. It's just going to be the taste, whatever's
Preference.
whatever's good for you. All right, so this fresh thyme, which is like super fragrant, in, and it's all busheled up. It's not going to unwind, or it shouldn't.
Yeah, you don't want it to.
These bay leaves, we're just going to give them a smack. You just need to have 1 or 2 in here. That just kind of breaks apart
Witchcraft.
It's absolutely warlock witchcraft doing that. Breaks apart the veins. See this with basil too sometimes.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And even, you know, it's super fragrant right now.
Yeah.
You know, so that'll translate to all the nutrients and everything going in there.
Yeah.
Shawn, the smell in this kitchen. I mean, really dynamite. At this point, we're going to take out the 2 bay leaves we put in and the bushel of. A lot of times you'll see some of your onions are going to be kind of just intermingled with this, but you know, it's all good.
I got you.
Cool.
You can
and hold that up there. Fish out the bay leaves.
You don't leave them in, huh?
You could. They're kind of big. They're a little.
Yeah.
They may, even though they've been in boiling water, you know, they're going to be a little hard to chew.
I got it. Yeah.
So you know, you could. I mean, you could slice these up really thin in little slivers and just keep them in.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine.
I got it.
But that's kind of the best move for that. Excellent. Cool. All right, so now bowl it. Yeah, we have our crostinis. We got the garnish. We have our cheese. Provolone, Swiss, both work really well. I don't necessarily prefer one over the other. Swiss tastes pretty good with this, so.
Gotcha.
Cool. So first, bowl it up. Look at the color on that.
Yeah.
This is a particularly really dark broth. Part of that is the stock, but really part of that is the you really give your caramelized onions time to do their thing, you know. And I kind of like a lot of onions per ratio. I don't know if the camera can pick up that color coming off of this ladle. I mean, that's just really great. Turned out really good.
I'm gonna make this on my own.
It's not too bad to make. Yeah. Really not.
I feel like a man should always have a pot of soup going. You know,
Right.
just
Always have a pot of soup.
something banging, something.
Vegetables. This is basically vegetable soup. Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, okay. So, you know, put it in any kind of bowl, one of those little, you know, crock bowls, whatever you want. Just take some crostinis, anything that's toasted pretty good. They're gonna go in first. 3, 4, whatever fits the bowl. The cheese is gonna go right on top. And you know what? Just a couple, maybe like, just grab it, please. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, you want to kind of seal the top of it.
A little bit, yeah. Just kind of even it out.
Yeah.
That's fine how that is. What I like to do from those fresh thyme leaves, I just cut some of the leaves themselves. And what I'm going to do, just as a garnish, like I cook with parsley, but I'll do this with parsley as well. Just a little bit on the top, just for some color. Looks really good. Thyme tastes good.
That looks like something straight out of a Beck fin.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right. So this is either going to go, you know, really, if you have a ceramic bowl or one of those crock bowls, and, you know, the brown and white little round ones, you know, usually an oven or a toaster oven to melt the cheese and to get some color on it. You know, just for right now, we're going to pop this right in the microwave. I don't know, a couple minutes.
2 minutes?
Yeah. Traditionally, that's usually what we would do.
Onion soup.
And the finished product, whether you do microwave, just a real quick heat it, or get some brown on the top, but then you're just basically going to have, where's the best angle here? Just to actually see it. Oh, right here?
I moved it there, but yeah, let's move it back here.
Wherever you think. You gotta tilt this up.
Both catch it.
Yep. So that's what your product's going to look like. Your crustinis are going to, your toasted bread's going to absorb some of that broth. If you want more broth, just put more broth. It's really easy with the ladle. If you like more onions like me, I have a pretty heavier onion ratio purposely when I pour. That's what I did subconsciously with this. So we are going to give this a try.
Give it a whirl.
Let's do it. You had a spoon?
That's all you.
No, it's so damn hot.
Actually, yeah, I do want to bite out.
I'm actually going to transfer this over here for a second. Just got to cool it down. My God. I didn't get any broth, folks. Just got the onions, crostini, some cheese on top. Broth is all at the bottom. This is super hot. Careful. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay. Very fragrant herbs.
Really fragrant. A lot of flavor. All over the place. A lot. You know, you don't have to do this. We just wanted to try something. You know, the complexity of doing the 3 different alcohols: the white, the red, a little bit of the brandy. Pretty sweet. Apricot, blackberry, whatever. 2 different stocks. The chicken, the beef. You know, reducing that, cooking it down just a little bit, and letting all the herbs release their flavors. This is what you get. Good. And that's what really works for this.
A lot of complexity, a lot of different notes.
Oh yeah, they're all there. Yeah, and it worked out beautifully. It's great. So give it a try.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, you could just do a lighter one with just white wine and chicken stock, or just do red wine with beef stock. Mix it.
Switch it up.
Switch it up.
Fool around with it.
Make it your own. Try a couple different, variations of it.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, can't mess it up.
Yeah, man.
Another win, dude.
Another Michelin star.
Sweet. Feel good about it. We'll see you all on the next episode.
See you next time.
Later.
Yep.